on KBTX, the Brazos Valley's news leader. This is First News at 4.
Hi everyone, you're watching First News at 4. I'm Rusty Surrett. Max standing next to me. Kathleen has the day off, and we begin this program in the Weather Center because we do have a little bit of rain that is out there.
Yep, we have a couple of showers trying to pop up. It's not anything that we're looking at as extreme as the past couple of days, but a couple of showers have actually beaten the odds and popped up this afternoon. There's one moving through Snook right now off to the south and west, and then one just to the south of Navasota as well. We'll get a closer look at that in your pinpoint radar here in just a little bit. Let's talk about some currents right now. If you're not seeing that rain, we just got our 4 o'clock temperatures in. It is 101 right now in College Station, but look at that feels like temperature, 111. So we've been talking about the heat advisory stuff and how that's been going on all week. We're still looking at heat advisory type status, though we're not technically under one. It still feels just as hot as it has the past couple of days, but there's some good news in the future, which we'll get to here in a little bit. This evening, though, temperatures are going to stick around in the mid to upper 90s, especially if you don't get that quick pop-up shower. Over the next couple of hours, you could see a few raindrops, and that should be about it. Then going into this evening, we'll see another warm and muggy one. 10 o'clock temperature of about 88, and we'll take a look at your extended forecast, which I think most people will like. That's coming up in just a little bit.
So all this afternoon, we've started to get some of the notices from the electric companies in the state, some of the cities saying we are beginning to push the limits on our power grids because of the amount of electricity being used to cool off the area. And new drought information has come out today, and it's not looking good right now.
Yeah, and on that token, water use has gone up a whole lot over the past month as well. So we did just get our new drought monitor in just this morning. There are parts of the Brazos Valley that are now in what is considered a severe drought. So if you can see where that orange is, that's moving into Houston and into Leon counties and even into Madison County a little bit, and then into San Jacinto County. Most of the Brazos Valley right now is what is considered under a moderate drought. And then some of us have squeaked by a little bit and are now considered abnormally dry. By this time next week, that might be a little bit different. We could see some drier spots. What we're talking about right now, though, is the possibility for a little bit of short-term relief. Not necessarily going to make it a whole lot better, but shouldn't make it a whole lot worse. Going to talk about this real quick. This is a graphic that Shell had, about 2 or 3 weeks ago. This was in the middle of July, and we showed how the ridge of high pressure was really just hanging out over the state, and the forecasted accumulated rainfall total over the next 10, 15 days was 0 inches, and it was a very, very dry period. That's what made everything start to dry out even after pretty close to historic rainfall that we had in May, and then with Tropical Storm Bill as well. We really got to dry out. We got a whole lot hotter as well. We hit that 100-degree temperature for the first time in 600-plus days. This is a look at a model from this morning. Yeah, there's a whole lot of color on here. So where you're seeing the white, that corresponds to not as much rain. But here across Texas, especially in South and East Texas, where we really need it right now, that's where we're starting to creep back into that drought territory. That's where a lot of wildfires are starting.
Here. Okay.
Yeah, so there's Houston right there, and then off to the north and west is us. Things are looking a little bit better. This is pretty short term. This is about 10 days into the future, showing that there's a pretty good shot that we could see at least a couple of quenching showers over the next couple of days. Don't really have time to talk about El Nino right now, but we will a little bit later on. But basically, over the next several months, especially as we get towards December and even into the wintry months, the NOAA forecast for long-term stuff has us above precip average.
Good.
So that's good
and
news.
that's good news for firefighters because we've seen here at home there are still some grass fires popping up. Also some really, really big fires out on the western part of the state. Take a look at this real quickly. This was Edwards County. It's about 150 miles just to the northwest of San Antonio. We mentioned this because some of our guys here at home, the Texas A&M Forest Service, they are still out there in West Texas fighting a lot of these fires. So keep those folks in your mind. And burn bans still in effect for everyone else except for Washington County.
That's absolutely correct. So open burning definitely not recommended at this point.
All right. We talk about how hot it is in Texas, but take a look at this. We found something on the internet this morning that one of these things you just drop your jaw at. This is a shoe from a football player, high school football up in Allen, Texas, the Dallas area. On Monday, it was so hot on the turf there that it melted the shoe. Apparently, with the turf heating up as much as it did, it got to about 140 degrees, and some of their shoes actually started melting.
Yeah, so the shoe is obviously unwearable now. So that turf is synthetic. That can add several degrees if you're out there, especially in the heat of the day during 2 days. Definitely believe that has happened. I don't think we ever had shoes melting to the turf, but
and the coach said we've seen this before, but
yeah.
when you get out there on that turf, it adds another 30 degrees to what the actual temperature is, and
then you put on the pads and the helmet, and yeah. Definitely
right.
Good news that they're staying hydrated out there, though.
Still talking about drought. California under a big drought. Well, they've come up with sort of a solution how to handle this. They're actually black plastic balls that have been dumped into a big reservoir in the Los Angeles area, and they're using these to help battle the drought in the area.
These shade balls have completed an evaporation barrier that they call around the reservoir. John Blackstone has more from Los Angeles.
With lots of concern these days about plastic waste polluting water, it was surprising to see tens of thousands of plastic balls dumped intentionally into the biggest reservoir in Los Angeles, all in the name of combating California's drought.
How does floating a bunch of black balls save water?
Well, it forms a barrier on here, and it's a pretty tight weave, and it just kind of keeps the sunlight off it, so the evaporation can't occur at all.
The balls poured in this week were the last of 96 million balls, completing an evaporation barrier on the reservoir. It will save about 300 million gallons of water a year.
That's enough water for 2,700 average homes in Los Angeles.
The balls cost 36 cents each. Covering this reservoir cost almost $35 million. But a roof would have cost $250 million.
And by blocking the sun, the balls do more than stop evaporation.
Sunlight can turn water toxic?
Sunlight can mix with the natural organics there, can grow algae, it can form what's called disinfection byproducts, which are toxic.
Looks pretty solid out there. I can't walk out there, can I?
You can't. It's pretty intriguing though. If you look close enough or long enough, you can kind of see the balls moving. It's really kind of motion art out there, if you will, and it's kind of beguiling just looking at it.
So it's a work of art.
It is. There's a lot of unintended benefits here.
One more benefit, it reminds Californians that water conservation efforts just have to keep rolling along.
That just looks cool.
Yeah, I'm all about being creative. It's a very interesting idea, and I've got to brush up on my thermodynamics. What we were talking about is when you add black to something, it absorbs heat a whole lot better than a lot of other things. But I think the key that they were talking about there was how it prevents algal blooms from happening. So you got the UVA, the UVB rays. If you keep that from getting into the water, that's how you keep from those things starting to bloom, and that can contaminate an entire water source.
Who cleans that up? Like, who picks up the balls once the problem's done?
That is a great question. Not going to be this guy, but
no. All right. Moving on, we found something online today that going viral a little bit here in our area. It's a photo of a College Station police officer getting some attention for something that he did yesterday. The photo is actually from Amy Rodriguez on Facebook. She said that she saw this yesterday on Highway 2818 on the side road leading up to the Grace Bible Church. There was a guy who broke down in his truck, and she saw the officer pull off to the side of the road, got out in 100-degree weather, helped push the guy. Not a big deal, except for the fact that you get so much bad news about police officers nowadays. Yeah. She put it up there on Facebook and said, look, you know what, this is good cop here. Good cop.
And you say not a big deal. It turns into a pretty big gesture whenever it's 100 plus degrees outside.
And you know what, stuff like that police officers do every day, all the time. Mm-hmm. And you never give them the attention or the thanks that they need for that kind of work. This was just one photo that one lady took. She put it on Facebook. A lot of people circulating and saying, see, good police officers are out there. Yeah, they're out there, and they do good stuff all the time. It's
good to get that on video.
Oh, I love that. I love that kind of stuff.
And moving on, the beloved children's TV show Sesame Street is heading to HBO for its next 5 seasons. So you were telling me also that it's still going to be on PBS, but it's also headed to HBO.
Yeah, a lot of, especially moms in the newsroom, raised eyebrows when we said this, but HBO has come up with a deal with Sesame Street that will put Sesame Street The new seasons, at least for the next 5 seasons, will be on HBO and it's streaming HBO Go. It will still be on PBS for viewing, but they're bringing Sesame Street to HBO because apparently HBO wants to start getting back into children's programming. They look at companies like Netflix who are actually making some good dollars off of children's programming.
Yeah, there's a whole section for it on Netflix.
And HBO says we got to get into that, but it also helps Sesame Street. They need money to continue doing what they're doing, so it helps pump extra money into their operations as well. So it's kind of a win-win between HBO and Sesame Street to keep Sesame Street on the air.
Yeah, and apparently HBO's support will allow Sesame Street to produce almost twice as much original content as they have in its recent years. So I guess that's great news for moms and dads that are at home with, Sesame Street. That's awesome. So
fall this year is when it's supposed to start on HBO.
And both on Now and Go.
Yep,
if you're,
both of them.
Okay.
All right. We're going to be back. Another look at the forecast coming up right after this.
You're watching First News at 4 with Rusty Surratt.